Hello, we're back, and it's time for more Counter-Strike, in case you got bored. And we'll still be here doing more Counter-Strike. We've got how many more maps? I think
5.
5 more maps to go.
Yes.
All right, so we have to conclude now the best of 2 between GODSENT and Perjons, and we had a pretty one-sided matchup on Cobblestone. We had great expectations based on Perjons' performance against.
Well, we had a one-sided half. The other side was good.
And on this map, this was the map again, to repeat myself, where Perjons took Gambit to overtime. Unfortunately for Perjons, I believe Gambit is one of the only teams they've actually taken any maps off of, which was Cobblestone. But they lost this one in overtime. So, interesting that we get that initial altercation. Then now it's calmed. It is calm. There's calm before the storm. Where is the storm going? It's going to be James. I don't know. That's kind of a throw, but
Limp is in a very good position, which we'll talk about later on. The CTs are getting all the frags. flusha's got a 2K, but, well, there we go. He has an open B bomb site now. He's going to collect the bomb, but Rusty, excuse me, is over towards the window. And is he going to peek? Because flusha's surely exposed. Cheeky shoulder peek, and he's looking to close the distance. Short play, Hampus does not come in time, and now he spots both players. Burst fires on and off again. Got himself 2-1 versus 1. He is shooting wildly, but they can't get him together. Oh, flusha did as much as he could. Managed to get a 3K and the bomb plant, most importantly. But the round will go to Perjons.
It felt quite AC. I bet actually that we're going to see a force buy from GODSENT. I'm so entirely convinced that they will 100% force buy.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
They're going to just buy They're going to spend all their money right now.
Oh yeah?
Their money is going to be so spent after this round. They're going to be left with nothing but bits of lint.
Knives and lint.
God damn it! They didn't spend anything. I figured that maybe they'd be like, not the disrespect, but it's like we just want to play with any kinds of guns as much as possible against these guys because we feel like we can outskill them. I felt like that would be the mindset there. But they're going to wait for the AKs, which I respect as well. Ooh, bit of a nade, bit of some damage. Oh my god.
Bit of some
Stop,
damage.
Please, James, please
bit
leave
of
me.
a nade.
Please leave me be.
Bit of this. Why is it always a bit? Why isn't it a hole? Why can't it be a hole?
Because it's not a hole.
What's a bit anyway?
It's not the
Percentage-wise, how do you quantify a bit? What is a bit of a kill and a bit of another kill?
23%.
And a scout. Jumping UMP. And that nade should... Oh, well, JW was stolen. He was stolen then. Before the nade could claim him, he was stolen.
flusha can bop people, but he will not.
Or he can join the carcasses.
Yeah.
That looks like a scene from Silent Hill.
That guy is clearly a sofa king.
Good. Buy rounds coming out for GODSENT. So your force buy prophecy was false. You are a false prophet, Dan. You never leveled up to a false god. That's a smoke on the short position. That can create doubts in the mind of Perjons. Is there somebody behind the boxes? Well, we know that somebody is or was on a ramp and has now been dutifully finished off, annihilated. In fact, there's a late appearance in mid from flusha. This is a position we once saw Maniac playing for Titan.
I mean, we do talk about flusha a lot. I mean, of course, he's had a good day, but it's great to see that he is he often is back to some lurking. He's a very versatile player. He can do pretty much everything, but I feel like that is, for me, the most enjoyable role to see him play, is the lurk, where he's alone, figuring out everything, and trying to outplay multiple players, outsmart single players, with often a time limit to play with, and limp to pimp, he's able to hold things down. Powerputte, pummeling people with his scouts. Straight to the face.
This is not a good round for GODSENT.
No.
They didn't have a good start in the previous map either, though, and look what happened there. So we'll see if they can have a recovery in this round or map as well. That Molotov, I don't believe, will go deep enough to force Limp out from his position. He just about won't. He will be standing there, and he will get taken down. GODSENT are bringing this back. They're catching Passions one by one, down to a 2 versus 2 now. Both CTs in CT. And GODSENT are running out of time to plant the bomb. They're planting default, I do believe. And they are not going to be challenged. Passions coming in for the retake now. KRIMZ isolated, left alone. And they'll see flusha running towards ramp. Comes out for the peek. Spots one player. He will know they're both towards CT. Trying to reposition as fast as he can. And the flash is going to work out. Now he needs to go for the hero play. That is ridiculous!
I love it. It's so amazing because you see this spot where flusha knows, because of his experience, that if he gets stuck in slow for any amount of time, they will instantly be on the defuse, and there's no way he can win the round. He has to go immediately into a forward position. So he throws that underhanded flash, which is almost like a pop flash for when he's going to be visible, crossing close to Tetris. And then he's able to get the first engagement. And it's like he just played it perfectly. It's just, I just love that. It's fantastic.
He served the flash like a rounders ball, Dan.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
On a sports field in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which is something we witnessed a few weeks ago in America, in our most recent trip to America. Passions, they looked good for that round, but GODSENT just a more tried and tested team, perhaps. Limp gets taken down. flusha will be taken down in response. JW coming in for the flank, and Hampus, oh, the one-tap surreal. Playing piano like an artist whose name I've now forgotten, which is a terrible time to forget a name. Powerputte, 5 HP, 0 HP. He's put JW on 10 though, but the rest is too much to ask for Person. And GODSENT gets another round on the board.
So winning the most unlikely of rounds. It was funny because they go down to 2 players, but GODSENT, they're going to be able to, of course, always win rounds like that with the kind of skill that they have on the team. And this reset is pretty hard to deal with for Passions. I wonder how many AWPs they're going to see in the near future. Well, I like that GODSENT are going to keep the SMGs here. The oomps. Are they just going to go straight in? They got only 2 Molotovs. Oh, there's 5 players here. There is 5 CTs sitting on the bomb site. Oh, there it is. The pops are happening. Looks like everything's under control here for GODSENT. There it is. Decent use of Molotovs.
Looks good. It's a good round, a successful round. Now Passions will be on a limited buy. A limited buy. znajder has a good spawn to go towards mid. And I do wonder if Passions will go aggressive with mid, perhaps. Or maybe there was a team we saw recently who were really aggressive in mid, in a sense that they had somebody in connector, CPO and short at the same time. I do forget who it was though. On a side note, talking about teams, have a look at the demos from Pain Gaming, the Brazilian team playing Overpass yesterday against Immortals. That was really enjoyable. But back to this one, JW gets taken down in mid, coming through the underpass area. Now flusha coming for some angels in the A site. And A ramp is often not checked by CTs. And things are a bit awkward now. Oh, the timing, is it going to work out for him? flusha, of course it's going to work out for him. We've got one player towards CT now, powerputte rotating, but the bomb is towards B.
Yeah, I thought that they were basically waiting for flusha's play to emerge essentially. What's flusha going to be able to do in this one-on-one that he's got on the site before they pushed into B apartments, or showed themselves in B apps with the bomb? But they actually kind of went at the same time. I don't know if the coordination was off or if that was the intention all along, because you kind of want flusha to be able to move in to guarantee flusha the one-on-one on that flank. Well, so 2 versus 3. We saw GODSENT win a round which, well, on numbers perspective, was harder previously. znajder looking for the open with the AWP, leading with that one. This is a very hard spot though. The B apartments is always a very hard approach. There's a lot of angles. You're very disadvantaged moving through them. Nice smoke to deal with a lot of them, but still you can see this crossfire. There's just no way to deal with that crossfire between Persson and Hampus. And GODSENT will not win the round. It will be Passions back in action.
That's a very nice angle being held by Persson. Very, very uncommon angle. Almost never see somebody holding a spot like that. So that's definitely going to net you an early frag some of the time. Another thing you don't see anymore is the boost on the bench to look over the site into the window. A nice off angle, but you are very susceptible to flashbangs in that situation. And it does obviously cost the extra man as well. So that's one you never see. znajder gets taken down. Having a look, see what's going on over towards A. Limp, though, will get taken down in response, and it seems there might be a weakness here that GODSENT have detected. Charging into the A sites. Powerputte is over towards CT, so there's still opportunity. Hampus towards connector, which means that the bomb can't get planted unless smokes are down. There's nowhere safe. There is a smoke down towards CT, though, and it will get planted behind the triple box.
All those AWP shots getting rattled off, but it's going to be pronax to get the frag there. As this is looking very, very, very hard for Perjons. How do you get back in on top of this bomb site? That bomb taken away. It's a smoke for Persson to try to cut off some of the angles, but he's going to make his approach, and that's just not looking favorable with a 1 versus 3. Not doable in the slightest. So we'll pick up the AWP, save it. Very good play to make. And GODSENT, they're going to win a round straight back after Perjons had just taken one away from them. So that's going to be very impactful once again when it comes to their economy, making it all the more important that Persson saves this AWP. But I wonder how they're going to decide to play the next round. Do they want to buy up around the AWP? It's very possible that's the case if they had spent all their money in that previous round. Yeah, so I mean, I think forcing it up with the AWP here makes a lot of sense, because they're going to need to eco twice anyway at this point. So, I mean, you can always make the argument just go full eco, because that way you have more buys, but at the same time, GODSENT's money kind of sucks. And Perjons, if they are able to win this round, they're going to be able to maybe get GODSENT into some ecos. So, going with the force buy, I think many teams would.
They've gone for the force-a-roo. And
GODSENT, they're running an anti-force buy strategy here, I think. So usually either just straight A or straight B. And this is very straight B. P90 leading the charge, James.
I like that idea. pronax hasn't done the right 180, though. He's going to miss Hampus. Hampus is going to get taken down by znajder. All the other CTs out of position. It would be suicide to try and get back into the sites here, so probably reasonable to set up for exit frags, which are also unlikely, all things considered. But again, in this situation for Perjons, you know, they stacked the site, they took the wrong site. Do they want to just hang around outside the site, or do they want to try and hide elsewhere? Because you could help your team protect the AWP as well. But with so many pistols and Kevlar, you've stacked one site, they've gone to the other site. You could try and hold on to it for the coming rounds, because they will be on the eco. And it seems only Rusty may be surviving this round, as everyone else has been taken down. Although, I mean, there's many arguments, because with the forward positions of the pistols, in a way, that helps the AWP survive as well, and gives warning as to which way the Ts are coming from. So you can either run away and then have a net close in on you, where you've got less space to wriggle, or make the net as wide as possible and lose maybe more players.
And one thing as well, coming into this for GODSENT, is that just like constantly crippling Perjons' economy is just going to always put them in spots where they're never comfortable and never able to play their game. Which is, if you're the underdog, that's always, you know, you want to try to find those spots. That's where you can really get it in properly. But GODSENT, the great thing about them is that they are running anti-eco strategies. That's what this is. Once again, sure, the AWP is here, might cause some problems, but it's a great play, and the AWP is not really going to cause too many issues there. They're going to be able to reclaim it if they want it, in fact, and deny it from the CTs now moving forwards in their full eco situation. So another great anti-eco round. Nice little pop flash for znajder into the shop as he finds it's clear. znajder on 11 points of health, though. Likely going to die, actually. Oh.
Hiding behind the fridge. The bulletproof fridge, Dan.
Yeah.
The fridge. Impervious to penetration.
And radiation, maybe.
I don't think that's true. Don't they have some kind of... I don't know. I need to look into this.
Yeah, I feel like there might be something to that. I don't know if that's just like something you see in the movies. If you hide in this fridge, you'll be safe from the nuclear radiation. I don't think that's... I don't know. I don't actually know if that's the thing. Maybe tweet me if you're a sciencey person. Yeah,
don't tweet me about hiding in fridges. It's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon.
Well, you wouldn't find one you could fit in.
That's also true, yeah.
That's really the problem there.
Well, I don't know if that's the main problem. I just don't want to get into a fridge, Dan. I mean...
Doesn't have to be turned
What
on.
you do in your own time is up to you. But it's not what I'm going to do in my own time.
Okay.
Getting into fridges. It's not on my agenda. I know you've got a GoPro now, but you don't need to go to those kind of lengths, Dan, to make an exciting video. Although if you do, please take the GoPro with you, so I can see the evidence of your fridge escapades. Maybe you'll find some cruciferous vegetables in there then.
Well, they are my favorite.
I'm done trolling you now. Oh, dear.
You can't tell me cruciferous is not a great word. Anyway, don't want to really get into this at this time, so we will get back into the round. Nice little Molotov there to deny the bench position, one of the more dangerous angles as you come out of the apartments. And this is a big problem as well, because if they were trying to kind of go with a fake here, if you just straight up kill everyone. Oh no, the bomb was spotted. But this, oh, are they coming back now? Yes, they are. They're coming back now. So the information was given to the teammates. They must collect the bomb. They must retreat.
Rusty's in a sticky situation though. He's kind of in the middle of short. Maybe he was reluctant to run around the corner in case the T's would already have the angle. So he's kind of just standing in the middle of mid. One of these players is going to go down. It's not going to be Rusty on this occasion. That's an important frag, especially as the bomb's rotating in T-spawn. And he's top mid, so I think he hears the bomb rotating in T-spawn. And he's going to chase after it. This is getting mad funky. And maybe Rusty's position will win the round for the CTs. They're coming in one by one. znajder spotted. He can try and hold people down over here, but they're going to charge him 2 minutes at a time. But the team flashes for znajder. One man down each side, but again, Rusty's position. KRIMZ, though, that's the angle he has to watch. He hasn't got many angles to watch. And it happens to be Rusty's when the nade comes in, and Rusty will get the headshot. Lots of things happening in that round, but indeed, passions will prevail.
Was that a flash from KRIMZ, or was it actually?
Yeah.
I was going to say,
I didn't mean a team flash. I meant his team flashed for him.
Yeah.
But I couldn't spit out the words.
Because I was going to say, because it's so awesome, because znajder was like shooting the wall to bait them. Because obviously, like if they're shooting and kind of making you think that they're pre-firing the angle, but missing the pre-fire, then they're going to have some recoil. They're not going to have as much of a high percentage to win that engagement. So you want to take the fight. So he's like baiting them into the flash. That's amazing. That was really cool. You don't often see that level of detail there. And it did actually work out. Could have seen znajder getting both his kills, but he didn't in that case. Nice run boost for JW. Would have loved to have seen somebody in the window there. Would have loved to have seen that. But not seeing anybody in the window or connector does make JW suspicious that the AWPer would be playing this position. I think JW is going to know about this. Would be surprised if he doesn't win that battle. However, the push to connector is coming in. All these frags as the A bomb site is taken over. And passions are scrambling.
All of a sudden, after the success of the previous round, everything falls apart. Hampus and Perjons. Hampus taking some damage elsewhere. They're going to boost over the barrels. You can't stand on these barrels, but you can get some good vision. And it seems znajder has not heard the jumping shenanigans. Although, okay, I thought that was going to bounce to the direction, but it was for the toll booth instead. But it's going to be hard if pronax goes by default. He's going to get shot in the face here. If he goes towards triple, then he won't be. There we go. It's the other side of default, and the flush is going to hold things down for him, leaving Person alone. And he'll get finished off by flusha. It's rare you see the inverse plant on default. Should see it more often. It's a nice plant. It's a handy plant, and always takes the CTs by surprise.
Ooh. Are we getting... Is KRIMZ going auto-shotty? Is he doing this? Is he doing it?
Auto shotgun on the T side of Mirage is a novel approach.
Yeah,
novel and rare one.
Is he going underpass? I guess to be fair, underpass you can work it. Be apartments you can. There are spots to work it. So work it he will. Oh, deep smoke there. I like that. Deep smoke on the B-apps. So he's just going to be the defender of the apartments. Ooh, the flash play through the smoke yields a kill and an AK. And Rusty will take that AK and he will slap znajder in the face with the AK. And znajder will die because that hurts. Right, well this anti-eco's not gone so well, James. They actually, for once, they didn't just run their straight up B play, perhaps because they've shown it twice already. And this mix-up is the cause of their loss.
Not a single kill.
They've given away all their guns.
Including the auto shotgun.
And the AWP. They gave away everything.
Maybe we'll see some fur action. The question is, are passions willing to use the auto shotty? I'm not sure if they are. It seems not. You can play it. Well, I say you can play it. Fur plays it on A. No one else plays it on this map. Apart from KRIMZ, perhaps. So they will go with the M4. Probably a sensible idea. Play what you're comfortable with. even if it's going to cost you some money. 5-7. Score still reasonably close, but I'm sure GODSENT have too many rounds for Passions to be content with, to be happy with, to be pleased with.
You know, see run boosts into the window. That'd be fun. Oh, Rusty's position. Is he going to be compromised? No. No compromising situation for him. After all, falls back after the frag, but it is a 4 versus 4, and GODSENT do a middle, but just for KRIMZ, that is a pretty important one-on-one. I like that powerputte was trying to come back into middle to try to retake it, but KRIMZ winning that gives a lot of options here for GODSENT as they push into the A bomb site. It does mean that Rusty has to be very concerned with connector, and the bomb is ready to make its way to the site. This flank, though, is really on Persson to make something of this. Can Persson get the ambush he needs? Yes, I think so. pronax, what's he going to do? Absolutely nothing. Down to KRIMZ now. 1 versus 2.
Misses Rusty. Will Rusty hear the jump? Well, there's more jumping from KRIMZ. Maybe not feeling like he's got a lot of time to play with. Oh, this is a money Molotov. Money. And he will finish Perjons in the flames. He will contribute. I like the little wallbang attempt there. Rusty's on the site though. He's on triple, and he could, if KRIMZ is willing to shoot in the box. Oh, Rusty's going to walk around. Oh, he's not ready, not prepared. He thought it was clear. It wasn't clear. Nice play from Rusty.
That's really nice. That's really nice. I love that. So simple, yet so effective. You surely cannot be there. I checked that. But did you? Because that's the most hilarious thing as well, when you have a CT. Everyone's been in that spot where you got a CT. He's walking in to try to defuse the bomb. You're the T, and you hear him. You get that sound cue, and then you walk around the crate as he's walking around one side. You walk around the other one, and you just keep doing that. You just keep doing that for as long as you can. It's a fun game. This is also a fun game. B-Rush.
Yep, they're waiting to get off the balcony. Hampus is in a familiar position that we saw in the pistol round, and this may pay dividends. 2 men down, and flusha's the last man standing. 2 kills for him. Can he try and attempt the ace this time? That's a nice tap off the powerputte, but too much to ask for flusha. He will not win the round. There are 2 places to stand under the window for when you have a crossfire with your teammates and there's a rush coming or just a general push. One is under the window itself, the other is over towards short in that position. Although from that position you can be smoked off, but it is one that's less expected than under the window. Can be very sneaky indeed. GODSENT in the last round of the first half with a very difficult buy. 3 pistols and 1 rifle rather, and an SMG. JW is, oh man, he didn't try to hide the fact he was running there. Then that's a nasty headshot. Ooh. And Rusty was, I was feeling for him, but he managed to survive. KRIMZ goes down as well. Push continues. flusha in the sandwich position, and the rotation from Passions. We've got 3 players in CT, and Hampus with a potential flank, but he's just staying top mid for the time being.
Yeah, flusha's looking to play some ranges with the UMP. Gets himself an opener. That's pretty nice. I mean, you could, if there's that many CTs, you are expecting there has to be somebody in that position. So, very fortunate for flusha to get the fatal connection. But it's not going so well for his teammates. flusha needs to clutch for the quad kill to make this one work, and it will not be the case. Again, there's just too many bodies, not enough firepower there for GODSENT. And that'll be 8-7. Passions actually winning the first half. But there is a long second half to go, and this was much how we saw Cobblestone going, where Passions do a good job on the first half, and then GODSENT, they put their foot down.
Is this winning? I mean, technically it's winning the first half.
Yeah.
But if the T side has 7 rounds, then are you really winning?
Don't know.
In your own minds?
I don't know.
I think they'd be much happier with a 10-5. But it is what it is. And all things considered, they're probably content anyway. They have a world of opportunity at their feet, but first it starts with a pistol. Their T side was better for them than their non-existent CT side on the Cobblestone map. So perhaps the same will be true on Mirage. This is the pick of GODSENT. Passions picked Cobblestone, which they lost to GODSENT.
Probably the first time they've ever played GODSENT, probably. I imagine they wouldn't be in GODSENT's practice pool, potentially.
You might be right.
Yeah, so that in of itself is nice. If you are a Swedish player playing against some of the best Swedes in the biz.
There's that Is that a short smoke? Yeah, that's a short smoke I was talking about. And pronax has the off angle. He's going to be checked in every sense of the word. Well, that's a deep short smoke, actually. I like it. That's going to be limited rotation for the CTs, and that's going to allow Passions to get the bomb down. They've got plans on this T side.
Yeah, that smoke, as you say, is really nice. Znajder's going in, though. Wow, he misses everything there. That should have been a kill for znajder. Now it's just KRIMZ. And this is very possible with a USP, especially at this range. See KRIMZ holding the range for just a little bit longer to see if he can get an extra peek out of these Ts. See if the pops can go his way. Another peek, but Rusty will win that one. So another, is that the second pistol round GODSENT has lost? They lose the first one as well. Yes, they did.
Well, having both pistol rounds won offers potential for the Passions team. But first come anti-force buys and anti-eco stand, and we know that they are patchier on these than your spray tan is patchy.
That's cruel. That's cruel, man.
Why is it cruel? You don't have a spray tan.
Exactly.
So how's it cruel then? It would be cruel if you did have a spray tan.
It's true. Who uses spray tans anyway?
Girls.
I guess.
And
yeah,
some
right.
and some men as well.
Some
I hope it's more prevalent with women, but
never know.
You do get some orange celebrities.
You're talking about nail polish. The shoe polish. You're talking about nail polish earlier. So I would not put it past you at least.
Me?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing me into this?
Well, there's all kinds of ways I could bring it into you, James, with the roasting, but I won't. I refuse. The low-hanging fruits. Passions looking to try to claim this round. I mean, it should be their round. They're moving all together into A, but it starts with a 1-deeg there from znajder. Is that where things start to get tricky, or are they able to disable znajder and his deagle from doing anything so far? The smoke's going down will help him do that. flusha, the CZ, oh, the nade. Is it going to do it? Yes.
Nice. I want to see the sandwich drop from znajder. While the smoke is up, drop into sandwich. There it is, in sandwich, but what can he do with it? He waited quite a while, but his teammates have the numbers advantage, so surely there's no way powerputte is going to be able to do this. He's got 3 HP. He needs to find headshots. KRIMZ is coming close. He's baiting again. The bait is real. That's glorious. I'm going to run straight at you and then move slightly to my left, and my teammate's going to come out and shoot you in the back. So an anti-force buy has not gone the way of Passions. Actually, it was Epsilon we were seeing earlier. We were having a lot of trouble with that, but now maybe it's epidemic in Swedish teams.
Well,
endemic,
I feel like that round is not nearly as bad, just because sometimes you'd get 1-deeg, and sometimes that happens. And because if you play the perfect anti-force buy, it still won't win you 100% of the time. It raises your percentages massively, as it cuts out a lot of the potential problems. But sometimes you get 1-deeged, and that's what happened there. You're playing a very skilled team. It will happen from time to time. That was one instance of that. Passions, fighting back fast and furious. Rusty catching znajder midair. And that's going to be problematic now for GODSENT as they try to rush back in. They don't even care to wait for the smokes to go down. They want to kill all of these players and not even let them plant, but they will.
Bullets flying all over the place. We're going to see KRIMZ go for a bit of wall banging. They're trying to push CT to Passions plays. Nice flash over the wall, and pronax will be taken down. KRIMZ, can he answer back with this gun? Only 1 kill. He's going to get traded, and now it's flusha alone. So Passions fighting straight back. 3 players surviving as well, all carrying rifles, which is great. And they can drop for Limp and Hampus. 2-round lead for Passions at the moment.
They should be able to extend. Yeah, it always sucks when you're in that position. I love it when teams actually decide on the T side of Mirage to play the fast contact play when the CTs have just won a round. I always think that's really nice.
Nice.
It's really fun to play that kind of style. You don't want to ever be predictable, but it's really nice. And speaking of which, we got an aggression from GODSENT on the middle there. On short, they've pushed up pronax. And will GODSENT do it again? Will they do it again? They have the deeg, just the deeg actually. But there is armor, there is CZs, mag 7. There is danger. But flusha's down, that's an important kill. Another one on the other side of the map too. So this is looking good for Perjons now. Ooh, are they going to move into JW and pronax?
Pronax hears the rotation from his position. That is a great spot that's underused as well. And it awards you many knife kills if you can get there as a CT. But he's got the information for his team, and JW's got the bomb and an AK, and he's done good damage despite going down, and that is an important deagle kill from pronax, but that should mean an empty bomb site for Perjons. And now that GODSENT don't have the map advantages in terms of map control, life will be difficult trying to get this round back. That's a nice smoke in apps, so perhaps they will go for a save, although it is GODSENT, so we'll see what they choose to do. A second rifle's been picked up, but it seems pronax is going to cut their losses. Perjons perhaps getting too close to the 16th round for GODSENT to continue their normal shenanigans.
Yeah, they did buy up everything in this last round, I think. I think they spent all their money, so maybe we can have a quick look at the money then and see where things are at. So, yeah, they spent everything. This will be the second loss in a row, so they will have $1,900 in addition. So this next round, I would imagine GODSENT are spending nothing. So having 2 saved weapons, it's actually pretty nice. There's a lot for them to try to do with the weapons too, because they could actually. There's two ways of thinking about it. There is the method where you put both on a bomb site, like let's say B, and you say if they actually go towards B, we aim to have like a fairly strong defense. Or you spread them out and you try to say, okay, we realize we probably won't have a good chance of defending either side, but we just want to see if we can facilitate frags. And those are 2 major options. Or, well, okay, there's a third one too, where you go aggressive with the rifles. And which one will GODSENT choose? All the options have their pros and cons, depending on how you want to play. So I think they're splitting up the rifles. Here, where is KRIMZ? KRIMZ is... I think he's on the... Yeah, he's on the triple box. On the bomb site A, so they have split up the rifles. Maximum damage! Oh, full frontal lobotomy performed by Dr. flusha.
Shutter Island. Shutter Island. GODSENT stacking, well, not really stacking, but they've got 3 players ready and waiting. They just seem to be waiting over here towards the A site. Expecting rather. They're always waiting on the CT side. But they're expecting action towards A, and pronax is deep into short, so they could have 4 men very quickly over towards the A site. Perjons make it through the checkpoints quickly. That's also important. Smoke goes down by accident in sandwich, which stops Limp from being able to hold a position there. So maybe the post-plant positions will get a bit funky. Forced to stand over towards the bench. 2 players going back towards the ramp, but they've got a player in Palace as well. So Limp is the odd one out here. He's kind of stuck in the middle of the site, and he's going to require Putte to help him stay alive. Watch his back, and he's doing great work actually. Limp in the middle of the site is almost getting a 3rd kill onto flusha now. Flashes come in, and it's down to KRIMZ and Person. He knows where Person is, I think. Looking for the wide peak, and Person's got a face before the defuse comes in. Almost goes down, but KRIMZ hasn't got a kit, and he's going to make his exit after getting 3 kills in that round.
So now it's actually starting to get a little bit worrying for GODSENT, because this is not really a map that they can afford to drop. It's just, you just be giving away, very commonly picked up points by most other teams, I think, who have actually 2-0'd Perjons. So it's one of those funny ones where it's like, sure, you always expect GODSENT to win this 2-0, but in that weird scenario where they may afraid of getting the 1-1, that could actually be very damaging to their final placing. So they must find a way to turn this one around. It's actually a little bit worrying, a bit worrisome. So Perjons showing their prowess on this map, and they're ready to set up for this, have set up for this push on A. They are ready to execute the set piece with these smokes. Boom, there it is. Smokes, pop flash, upslope, Limp goes in, scanning for entries, Terminator mode, and there's no one to be found.
Yeah, it's a repeat of the previous round in some ways, but the CTs don't have the same positions. They're all huddled around jungle and connected to 3 that were around CT and connect jungle in the previous round. Open plant once again. There is a lot of utility on these plays, but Hampus top mid is causing problems. Another frag for him taking out KRIMZ, finally finished off by znajder. Now the remainder of the CTs are all coming in from the same direction. And they've got so many areas to cover. This is not going to be easy. They've got 2 smokes, though, so they can wall off some of their positions. Look at that. Double smokes on the bomb. And that's going to bring out some of these Passion players. Putte is in a very important position towards sandwich. Looking for a 2-man spray down, and he will find it. Leaving JW alone. He's gone as well. 13-8. Passion's in a strong position to upset GODSENT here.
Yeah, it's not really lost they can afford to have. What can they find to stop this? Because once they save, they will have only really one good chance left. And, you know, they can always make something of any chance, but it is going to be a really tall order now. powerputte going for that pick with the AWP. Let's go. Got the smoke down, though, and the wide angles taken. I guess the spawn wasn't actually amazing. I didn't see where the spawn was for powerputte, actually. So I guess he didn't have the best spawn ever. Ooh, damaging nade there. KRIMZ doesn't have any Kevlar as well. He's one of the 2 players that doesn't have Kevlar, along with znajder, who's got the Mag 7. znajder is... Where is znajder? He's on the A-bomb side, I think. No. Yes, he is by the slope. He's right there. And now he's dead. Now he's very dead. So this is not going too well here for GODSENT. Great approach from Passions. Look at all the nades. Again, they're really showing you why they are comfortable on this map. They've got the plays. They've got the shots. They've got 14 rounds. As soon as pronax dies. And there it is. Didn't lose anybody. Hampus with 4. Hampus is having a nice game, actually, for Passions.
Very good game. So, 2 rounds away from the second game in this series are Passions. GODSENT all in on this buy. What can they do differently? Wow, pronax only got 5 kills in 22 rounds. That is a difficult map for him. flusha's been great all evening and continues to be so. But perhaps it's not enough to take this map over Passions, and indeed, maybe Passions will end up being gatekeepers if they can take this map away from GODSENT.
I think there's been spots where flusha's been the best player in the world, and it's always a player that's as a danger to anyone who is currently holding that spot. Either way, early days on GODSENT. Passions looking to move in to make the kill, the final blow. GODSENT, they're writhing in pain on the floor right now, struggling to find a way to get back up into this match. And Passions are looking to just close them down and end things. And Hampus again coming in from middle. This guy has been prolific in middle for Passions. And these triple-pronged attacks into A, he has been making a marked difference on the results.
This is a great approach from Passions. It's a case of if it's not broken, don't fix it. This is the 3rd round in a row. They've just charged into the A site, left Hampus on alert to clean up in mid, and it's worked a treat, and it may take them over the line. GODSENT with 2 AWPs, no choice but to run away and hold on to them and have muster one more fight in the next round. znajder and pronax doing their best. And this round and the last round, only 1 person, I believe, has been lost for Passions. So even if they were to lose the following round, they're going to have loads of cash to keep up that pressure. And it's going to be maximum pressure because GODSENT have no more rounds to lose. Game point, Passions.
I like how GODSENT have given themselves a chance, though. They've managed to keep hold of those 2 important weapons. And the question is how they decide to use them. And just as you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love this approach. This is an approach that's underused, all things considered. Force the opponent to adapt before you stop your play. And Passions, they should probably just keep up the same pace. Keep it going as it has been. And this is the response. This is the reaction. 4 players towards A early on. Will this do the job for GODSENT?
flusha down to the CZ, which is not the worst thing in the world, all things considered. KRIMZ going to overextend. Passions changing their approach as well. The intentions are still the same, but they're just slowing things down. Maybe a step ahead of the game, expecting GODSENT to have a response to these aggressive A pushes. pronax spotted in B, and now Hampus is deep towards B, and he could pull some rotation. In fact, suddenly there's 1 person in A, and GODSENT don't really have an idea as to what's going on. znajder doesn't know whether to go towards A or B, but that frag will pull him towards B. But they'll see that there isn't a piling in of players towards the B bomb site. znajder's still there, sorry, JW's still there, holding an angle down with his AWP, but he doesn't know that Hampus is in B. And indeed, because of Hampus' position, now the bomb is rotating towards that site. Smart decision making. We saw similar stuff from Pain Gaming yesterday, the Brazilian side. So we'll see if they can convert. Limp the Pimp takes down flusha towards A. So now znajder was about to rotate towards B. They haven't seen the bomb. They don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, and GODSENT, I mean, they're looking really bad on this round. Oh, especially bad now. How do you do this even if you're JW? Manages to take down Limp. It is the start of a long journey for JW in this round. Hampus could get flashed into JW's position. There's the flash. Perfect. Very simple. Does the job. 16-8. Passion's taking a map off of Gambit first, and now GODSENT. Definitely an interesting team to look out for in the future. And we'll have to see how they are faring on the groups. I think that was the last match for Europe today.
It was, and congratulations to Passions. That was, I mean, generally speaking, like if they're losing most of their matches, it's really valuable information for them if they're not playing this level of teams all the time. But I mean, maybe not against GODSENT because they do some really funky stuff in some of their games, but I mean, they've taken this, and it was a strong performance from them as well. The nice decision making at the end, and you saw that GODSENT had no idea what was going on in that final round. So lots of stuff for Passions to build on, whatever their result is by the end of this development league. We can have a look at the leaderboard now and see how today's matches in Europe have shaped things up. So we see Passions now have 2 draws. It's a bit weird how it's displayed here. It's wins, draws, and losses, but I guess it's matches rather than games. So they haven't won any games 2-0, but they have drawn 2, won 1, and lost 3, 0-2, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so you can see GODSENT, they're not really nearly as far up as they should be. So they have some things to worry about there, but of course there is still more matches to be played. And if you are hungry for more Counter-Strike, we will be live in, I guess, an hour or so.
Just over an hour, yeah.
With
hour 20.
4 maps from North America. So, I guess, do you have any final, well, I shouldn't say final words. Do you have any last words? Yes.
Bye. See you in an hour and 20 minutes.